AA. They'll be trying to keep their win streak going. Yeah, you're good. How's it going, everyone? Jack Marshall here at Carroll College, Nelson Stadium, where as you can tell, there's no more grass. And that's because the school is getting ready to put in a turf field. Last name ever, first name greatest. We're handing out trophies tonight.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're still having a great night. And as we heard from Austin earlier in the show, Montana State, they lost to Grambling State 88-81 in the NCAA tournament. Let's get right into some highlights.
Do you think I have a future in the sport at all?
Well, if you can tackle, yeah.
Okay, not by my kicking though. Awesome, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. Well, it's the first round of the Class C 8-man football playoffs here in Missoula, and we have a great matchup. It's the Webo Longhorns behind me, who took an over 9-hour bus ride to get here to take on the Valley Christian Eagles, who have only one loss on the season. Thanks, boys. Yeah, I'm here with Chloe Larson. Chloe, a gutsy performance. You're on and off the bench in foul trouble. Just what did it take to get a win here?
I think it was a great team effort. Everyone stepped up when they could. It was a very balanced scoring effort, and I think defense honestly won that game for us.
For SWX Montana, hopefully getting some building credits, I'm Jack Marshall. 2016 Chino Hills or 2020 Montverde?
2016 Chino Hills.
2016.
Montverde.
2020 Montverde.
Oh, that's Cadenham?
Cadenham.
I'm Kennedy Venner, and this is Mic'd Up with the Saints. All right, Jeannie, you know the drill right about here. No! Okay, what's your Dairy Queen order?
The Reese's peanut butter.
Okay, no. Key though.
What is that?
It's a horse race where you wear fancy hats.
Oh, really?
So behind every great pitcher is somebody who taught them how to pitch. Who do you give your props to?
I give it to my dad. He's taught me everything I've known. I've never had a pitching coach, just my dad. All right, game day hairstyle, ready, go.
One Dutch braid into another ribbon.
One Dutch braid, what color ribbon? What color ribbon?
Depends on the uniform, but normally it's purple and gold.
All right.
Go Saints.
All right, okay. Oh, if I would have gotten that in the middle of the bat, that would have been out. Oh, it is out. Okay. Ellie Kerber is just the most fantastic ray of sunshine I've ever met. She's gonna be such a great nurse. I hope she gets to be my nurse one day.
You know, I don't know. There are just definitely some moments of boredom. There is a lot of travel, but you know, I'm just thinking of the next horse I'm getting on. First rodeo I ever run. I don't know. I won the Gold Buckle Dreamin' here when I was little. I think I won the team roping and like maybe the goat tail untying or something like that. Definitely Houston. Houston was awesome. The electricity there and just the amount of people and how big it is, it's insane. But I'd imagine when I get there, the NFR will be my favorite. It's been so cool. I knew, you know, going out in my quest for my first NFR in my rookie year, I needed to go with somebody, with some guys that had been there, done it. They could show me the ropes, show me how to enter. And guys that just have the winning mentality that you need to be a champion. So it's just been so helpful.
Unfinished business. It's all over our stuff. It's all over our shirts and stuff. We got unfinished business. We're not done yet. West, Great Falls, coming for you. Hope you see this.
I'm Ellie, and this is Mic'd Up with the Saints. Let's see how this goes. Oh, squeeze, sorry. That's a hole. Judy. I got 99 problems, but you won't be one. But softball ain't one. Oh, weight room. Oh, Jeannie. PO hits. I can always see him coming from the left and from the right. Kennedy Venner is one of my most favorite people alive. She makes me laugh harder than anybody else in the entire world. And, you know, also great pitcher. Crush. Oh, dang it. What's everything's favorite thing about Coach Shauna Juarez? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I was Keep that in. Genuinely the most supportive coach I've had in a long time. Good song. No. One more. No! I know, with her and Travis Kelce, like, she's at the beach, leave her alone. Thank you. I know, she's just trying to have a good time. Good last round. Oh, good last round, yeah. To this song? Yeah. How old were you?
Stop.
Like, 16?
Like 4th grade.
What's your favorite thing about Ellie?
About Ellie?
Nice. I like
you're mic'd up right now. Yes. She's really Are you not serious?
So now everyone knows that you're Festival of the Trees.
The Capitol High softball team took a lap around Helena in the fire truck today after winning the Class AA State Softball Championship on Monday. And it was a well-deserved parade as the Bruins orchestrated a storybook ending to an already historic season. Before a pitch was even thrown, longtime head coach Mike Miller announced that he would retire after the season. Fast forward to the state tournament, which was moved from Belgrade to Helena due to bad weather. Capital hadn't lost at home all year, and with that home field advantage, the Bruins made it all the way to the state title game without losing, where they faced the Glacier Wolfpack. In the 3rd inning, Glacier went up 2-0, but Capital quickly found an answer when senior Belle Glowacki hit a game-tying home run.
Every pitch was inside, and then finally she pitched one right down the middle and low, which was like my favorite pitch, and I just turned on it. It was like the best feeling ever, my best home run.
The game then went into extra innings, where Glacier would get 2 runners on base with no outs. But Catherine Emmert retired the next 3 batters.
I'm trying to go for strikeouts at that point. It's not worth them getting hits and us getting outs because, you know, runs are hard to come by when there's a good pitch on the other side. So I'm going for strikeouts. I'm going for any out that can go straight to me or straight to first base and they can't score.
Then Anna Cockhill stepped up to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning with a tie game, and the rest is history.
I was just trying to get a base hit and start the inning off, and I know that if I would have got on, my team would have helped me score, so I was trying to get a base hit.
She is just so fast. It's unfortunate that they have to get a break like that, but I mean, things happen and you got to make the best of it, and she is so fast and there's no way she was stopping.
The victory equals Capital's record for win total in a season, and it's the program's 3rd state championship in program history. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. What's up, everyone? It's a pretty rainy day here in Helena at Vigilante Stadium, but that doesn't matter because we still got the Score to Cam track meet. Some of the state's best athletes will be competing. And let's get straight into the hurdles, where Gallatin High's Nash Coley first wins the 110 meters and then runs a blazing 37.3 seconds in the 300 meters. That's the fastest time in the state this year.
Mostly just amazement. I just think, how do I keep doing this? Is it actually possible? It's like a dream.
Now let's go over to the Helena High girls team, where first the Bengals win the 4x100 meter relay, then Logan Todorovich leads the way in the 110 meter hurdles before her sister Maddie Todorovich wins the 400 meter race, and back to Logan, who leads the way in the high jump, and then finally Helena High's Annika Nierig wins the pole vault.
It felt good to still compete well. Obviously it's difficult with the rain and it can be a little more dangerous, but I felt good, had some solid jumps, so I'm happy with it.
Staying in the pole vault, Capitol High sophomore Braden Briscoe would come out on top. Now over to the boys' 400 meter, where Seymour's Jackson DeVar picks up the victory. One of the state's top distance runners in Gallatin's Claire Rutherford would win in the mile, while top jumper in the state, Scott Klinker from Great Falls High, wins the triple jump. And to close things out, Belgrade sophomore Wilson Schmidt wins the 800 meters. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Well, we got Crosstown Part 2 here at Helena High, and the rivalry is always going to be present. But this year, Capitol High boys and girls will be looking to avoid a sweep as the Helena High teams beat them last time over in the Bears' Den. Starting with the boys, where not only are the Bengals looking for a sweep, but to make it 4 in a row against the Bruins. And starting things off, Cole Dawes helps Capital come out hot, goes to work in the paint. A few possessions later, it's Dawes again. Bruins up 9 early. But here come the Bengals. Tevin Wetzel, pump fake, 3-ball, good to go. And then the momentum Caesar. Jackson Lieberg rocks the rim, and the Bengals win 52-46.
Feels amazing. It's the greatest feeling in the world. Probably the atmosphere in here is insane. It's been 2 years in a row that we swept them both time, or at least varsity did, but it feels great. It feels awesome.
Over to the girls now, where the Bruins are trying to stop a 4-game losing skid. Meanwhile, Helena High has won 7 of its last 8 games. In the first quarter, it's Anna Cockhill driving and getting the tough bucket for Capital, but quickly to answer is Grace Mergel. The corner 3, Bengals up 6 after 1. Then Taylor Sayers looks for an answer and gets it to go off the glass, but the second half belonged to Helena High. Maddie Todorovich cashes in from downtown. Helena High wins 47-34, and the Bengals sweep Crosstown. What's up, everyone? I'm here at Memorial Stadium in Great Falls, where we have the state Class AA and Class C track championships over the weekend. But today, only one event, the girls Class AA pole vault. A lot of solid competitors in this year's field, but when the bar stood at 11-6, only 3 remained. First, Great Falls High's Bree McDonald, already having PR'd and doing some damage. Then, the duo from Helena High. First, Reagan Scogan, an Eastern Washington commit, and then her teammate Annika Nearing, who enters the round with the least amount of misses. But it's Scogan, who's the only vaulter to clear 11-9. She hits a little flex. McDonald will take 3rd place, so the Bengals make it 1-2.
It feels pretty good. I worked really hard for this. It's been coming for a while. It's kind of a full circle moment for me because we've been competing like head-to-head since freshman year, and it's really awesome to just get to finish it out with her. It means a lot.
The 1-2 finish helps Helena High start its quest to three-peat as state champions. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. This season has been nothing short of spectacular for the Box Elder boys basketball team. The Bears have gone undefeated and won their first Northern C divisional title in 8 years.
Northern C basketball is awesome. It's great to be a part of it, and I got a great group of kids, great coaching staff, and a lot of blessings in life, so just fortunate to be here.
On the court, it's easy to see why the Bears are successful, as they run a high-speed, full-court trapping defense that creates turnovers and leads to fast break opportunities.
It's really fun to play with, especially when you got the crowd behind your back. Gives you another gear just sprinting back and forth. You don't really feel tired around the crowd.
Obviously we're trying to speed up the tempo of the game. We just want to keep replicating that effort.
Box Elder also has some fun style, as most players wear some colorful kicks, and a lot of the team has dyed their hair blonde.
Me and my teammates just thought it'd be a kind of cool way to bond together and just look apart, I guess. Most of the guys did it other than maybe 2 people.
A lot of them dyed their hair blonde, I guess. So what did you think of that?
No comment.
And the best may be yet to come for the Bears, as a lot of their key players, like guard Trayson Jalot, are only juniors.
It's been really fun, I feel like the whole team's really bonded together and just bought in, put our egos aside and just played together really unselfishly.
Box Elder will look for its first state championship since 2016 at the Class C state tournament in Great Falls starting March 6th. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. If you've been watching the Capitol High softball team for the last couple years, you may be familiar with the Rat Pack. Riley Chandler, Anna Cockhill, Taylor Sayers, and Catherine Emmert.
R-A-T, Riley Anna Taylor, and then there's Pack. K for Catherine.
Rat Pack.
When did we become the Rats?
Yeah, when did you become the Rats? What year?
Second grade.
Yeah, second grade.
Having played together since elementary school, the four just capped off every softball player's dream, winning a state championship. Not only did the Rat Pack earn the program's third state championship, but also tied the Capital record for wins in a season. And all four helped in their own way. Emmert led the team in strikeouts. Chandler was the home run leader. Cockhill led the Bruins in hits. And Sayers was tied for first in doubles. And while they're obviously a tight-knit group, they don't know everything about each other. What's Catherine's favorite color?
Pink.
Yep.
Green.
Bro, no.
Oh.
What is it? What is it?
Purple.
What?
Really? I don't know. Blue.
No.
Is it purple?
No.
Pink.
Pink.
Black?
What? Purple.
While the Rat Pack will all graduate this weekend, their names will forever be on the 2024 State Champion Trophy. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall.
Go Rats!
Go Rats!
Sports fans in Montana all turned their heads this week as one of the Treasure State's most talented athletes committed to a Big 12 school. That's right, Helena High's Logan Todorovich is going to be running track at Baylor.
Yeah, Waco was super cool. Obviously, Baylor's a great school. They have super great facilities. And then Waco's a super cool town. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Montana, but it's obviously Texas, which was cool.
The senior did visits at Indiana, Michigan State, Oregon State, Missouri, and then Baylor in December before committing this week.
To see what's available to Division I athletes at that level is eye-opening. I think the process of recruiting is a hard one. So by the end of it, Logan was ready to make a decision.
It's like a dream come true. It's something that I know a lot of people want, and I think being able to experience, I'm very thankful and grateful for.
Todorovich is a 4-time state champion and holds the long jump state record in Montana.
She's one of the kindest people I know. She reached out to me this year to see what she could do to make our program better. And I think that just demonstrates how much she cares about her teammates, how much she cares about her coaches, and wants to help us and really wants to expand what we do as a program.
The Big 12 commit will have one more season with Helena High before heading to Waco, and her Bengals have a chance to three-peat.
I think the biggest goal is to win state as a team again. I think that's every girl on our entire team and Jesse's goal. And then individually, I'd like to win long jump and hurdles again, and then maybe some other ones, and then obviously PR in a lot of those events.
Todorovich will be back in action for the Bengals this spring. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. From being a Libby logger to playing 5 years at Arizona State for the Sun Devils, Montana's own Riggs Johnston has had quite the journey, and now he will take the next step by playing professionally in the Americas Tour this summer.
I don't know, it's going to be a new experience, so it's hard to really tell what to expect. But it would be fun to get a win this summer. It's been a while since I've won a tournament actually, so it'd be fun to get a win when it kind of matters a little more. And
Johnston finished his Arizona State career as a third-team All-American and ranked as a top 5 collegiate golfer by the PGA. But he says the transition from Montana to Arizona wasn't initially easy.
it was pretty different. I had to use Google Maps, I remember, to get to class for the first month, basically, because it's not your just small town, you know where everything is. But it was fun. I had great teammates all 5 years, so that helped a lot.
Johnston capped off his final year with a Pac-12 championship for Arizona State, and now he shifts his focus to the Americas Tour, which gives him an opportunity to qualify for the Korn Ferry Tour, the PGA Tour's developmental circuit.
So, my whole golf life, I've had the goal of playing on the PGA Tour, so sometimes it seems a little more far-fetched than others, but lately it's been a much more realistic goal. So
The next America's Tour event is scheduled for June 20th. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall.
What's up, everyone? I'm at Great Falls High, which has been home to the Great Falls Electric, a first-year professional basketball team that plays in the Basketball League. And for the Electric, in their inaugural season, they've used the help of some Montana natives.
Shodo High School graduate Isaac Howard and Great Falls High School product Brendan Howard were the first two players that the Electric signed last fall.
It's been honestly a dream come true. Obviously, every basketball player wants to play professional basketball. And at my point in life, I was at a point where I thought that wasn't going to be an opportunity for me anymore. And then Jim got the team together, TBL, and I jumped right on it, and he invited me to come play. And obviously I said yes, and I'm just loving it every day.
Pretty cool deal to be playing in front of everybody again. I mean, I was playing pro over in Iceland last year, and I mean, really good crowd, really good community, but hard to beat a community in Great Falls. They love their sports here, whether it's football, basketball, whatever. They come out and play, so it's really nice just to be able to be back and play in front of them.
Brendan Howard was a two-time Gatorade Player of the Year at Great Falls High and broke the Class AA all-time scoring record. He then played college basketball at multiple levels and is now an assistant coach at Great Falls High.
Personally, I love Great Falls. I mean, that's one of those things. I grew up here. I went away, always wanted to come back, and coming full circle a little bit. I mean, it's a dream come true.
Isaac Howard is in his first year of professional basketball after being an all-state player at Shodo and then playing for 4 years at Providence and Great Falls.
It's been huge. I didn't know what to expect, obviously. First-year team coming to Great Falls, and yeah, we have tons of support coming out the games and people cheering us, and even outside the games, you go out to stores and whatnot, people are showing love, so it's really great to have the community behind us.
Great Falls currently sits at 4th place in the Pacific Northwest Conference, and that's 4 more home games before the TBL playoffs in June. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall.
Anytime you get siblings who are signed to play at the next level in college, it's a unique opportunity. And here at Helena High, not only are some siblings committed to play in Division I, but they're both committed to play to schools in the same conference. And if things are starting to sound real similar, well, that's because they're twins.
Carter and Avery Kraft were both standouts at Helena High, with Avery shining on the hardwood.
As Kraft drives, she'll throw it up wildly and somehow got it to go in. And that's tough because that's her left hand.
And Carter excelling on the gridiron.
2 receivers out to the right of Kraft. He's going to roll out to his right. Across the 5, he's going to go. Touchdown, Helena High!
And now the Twins are headed to the Big Sky Conference, with Carter committed to Sacramento State and Avery heading to Portland State.
I chose Portland State because I really liked when I went on campus, and I think it's really important to have a good relationship when you meet the coaches, and that's what I had, and so that's kind of why I chose there.
I chose Sacramento State because I thought it was the best place for me to kind of not only grow as a player, but also as a person at the same time. I love the people there, and it's a great chance for me to kind of spread my wings a little bit and go see somewhere else for a little bit.
Avery also had opportunities to play college soccer, but decided to stick with basketball, while Carter played mainly as a quarterback his senior year at Helena High, but will sign on to Sac State as a linebacker.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think we always pushed each other. It got pretty competitive sometimes, maybe a little too competitive, but I think that really motivated us, and we just wanted the best for each other.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's a lot of hours outside of this place that go on to be able to accomplish things like this, and I'm just really proud of her also for, both of us being able to achieve such great things.
After Helena High graduation in early June, the Twins will head their separate ways to their separate Big Sky Conference schools. Reporting for SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall.
There they are. Immediate reaction to seeing them.
Ours are pretty big. That's pretty big.
You have to be here at Paradise Falls for 8 hours.
That's right.
15 minutes off the time for every timber that you eat.
Yeah, so that's...
And your goal is to try and get under 4 hours?
Yeah, easy. Under's gonna hit a lot of doubters.
This is the embarrassment of losing the SWX Fantasy Football League. It's only been about like 10 minutes and we're 4 down. So that's already an hour off the time.
Yeah, hour. Kind of came out, got a heat check shot in. Hot start. Feeling pretty good so far. I've been here for almost an hour, 8, at least 4, so like 2 hours off, 6 hours left. That's pretty good, feeling pretty good.
They didn't get any smaller.
No,
Sorry.
they did not get any smaller in the kitchen. I'm gonna have to go back there and talk to the cook. Put in a word. All right, what's up, everyone? Checking in again. We're down 8. I'm hoping to get what they call a second wind here. I'd like to give a shout out to some of the guys on my fantasy team. Shout out Tony Pollard. He's a fraud, just like the Dallas Cowboys. Cooper Kupp, you know, a lot of people around here like him. He's a big sky guy, but he did a lot of cardio out there while Puka Nacua was catching passes, right?
You need a few more to get to your 4-hour mark?
Yeah, I need 4 more to get to 4 hours, which the more I say that, the more I kind of want to vomit.
But hey, look, you got fans.
Yeah.
We got me, Brent Wahlberg, got the Gris Fan Pod came to support you. Look at
some
that.
Local celebrities came to say hi. Like, it's gonna be an opening statement. Made to 13 sticks, not great. Went over smacked. Went over 4 hours.
Many people were saying you were going to be out of here by 4 p.m. and it seems like you've underprepared for the circumstances of the challenge. Do you have any comments on that?
Yeah, you know, you're always going to have obstacles you can't account for, stuff like injuries and all that. You know, I think we just overshot it. I think maybe next year we lose, we'll come in with a different game plan. I think there were some issues. Just like my fantasy team, I'd say there was a lack of leadership. There was a lack of leadership for me here.
In this week's Saint Senior Spotlight, we talked to Carroll College's Jacob Resch, who not only has become a good linebacker here, but also a good nurse in Helena. When you see the Billings West product on the football field, the first thing you may notice is his neck pad, which isn't just for fashion.
They found out I have spinal stenosis. Leighton Vander Esch, the Cowboy for linebackers, has it too. So my C3 to C7, my spinal cord's, the gap is a little short, so I wear this to help my neck, and it's pretty badass too. So,
if you think it sounds like Resch knows what he's talking about in medical terms, you're right. The redshirt senior graduated this spring with a nursing degree and works for St. Patrick Hospital in Helena.
I just wanted to help people, and when I saw that nursing field, I figured that I could help people in the greatest way by being at the bedside and working as a nurse.
But don't let his compassion fool you. On the football field, Resch is a menace, racking up 20 tackles and an interception last year for the Saints.
Yeah, Jake's a very positive energy, a lot of playmaking, a very physical football player that likes to run and hit, and that's what we look for in linebackers here, so he's been a natural fit.
And in Resch's senior year, he's aiming high.
My goal is just to win games as a team and to get back to where we were last year. I really think we can. We brought back a lot of guys on defense, a lot of guys on offense. I really think we can get back to where we were. Kind of my personal goal is it'd be really, really cool to leave with 3 rings, maybe 4 rings, who knows.
The linebackers' quest for another ring starts on August 31st when Carroll plays Montana Tech in Butte. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Here in Great Falls, there's one of the best women's wrestling teams in the entire NAIA, with the Providence Argos being ranked 4th in the country. But for this team, it's not about meet-to-meet or short-term. It's about building a dynasty. After head coach Matt Atwood took over in 2020, the program has been on an upward trajectory, including a successful last season, where the Argos finished 5th in the country and had the school's first ever national champion.
I want to build a dynasty. I want, where it's culturally, this is where national championships are won. Athletes want to come here. They want to come here to win national championships.
This season, along with a top 5 national ranking, the Argos have 6 wrestlers who are currently in place to be All-Americans.
I don't realize it until we get in a competition, and I realize oh wow, we're kind of good. And all the other girls, it kind of says a lot for myself when I can keep the pace working with girls that are All-Americans.
The key to the program's success has been recruiting talent from Hawaii, with 15 wrestlers from the Aloha State
listed on the roster.
When you have a group of Hawaii girls, it's easier to recruit more Hawaii girls. The teams that really want Hawaii girls but they don't have any, they really struggle to get them here. So I think that's what started it. That's what started the pipeline for sure. Like, we got a couple more, got a couple more, and then all of a sudden this is where Hawaii girls go.
A lot of my teammates from Hawaii and my school, Lahaina Luna, they came here. So I thought it would be easier to be here with some familiar faces and stuff like that. And then there are also a lot of other Hawaii girls here. So.
And while the Argos want to contend for a national championship this season, wrestlers like Coeur d'Alene product Alyssa Randalls are excited for the future.
It's so fun. It's like going to practice every day and having an opportunity to like get better and knowing that all your practice partners are going to push you. And I don't know, I really look forward to it. It's nice being a part of a team that has big goals and has already achieved things and wants to like achieve more.
Recently, Montana has added women's wrestling as a sport for high schoolers. And Atwood says he's excited for the sport's growth.
2 years ago, I think it was, like, for it really setting into me while we were at the national tournament, just like, this has changed. Like, it's not like anybody off the street can come in and do it. Like, these girls are doing amazing things. So.
The Argos will compete in the Cascade Conference Tournament on February 25th before heading off to the national tournament in March. For SWX Montana, I'm Jack Marshall. Just flew on a plane. You have some great practice for this one.
None of them are going to be the pilot. Do not ask me who's piloting that plane.
Too, actually, and that's the problem. So the pilot has maybe had a heart attack, and someone needs to land the plane. Doesn't need to fly it, but someone, and maybe multiple people, because you can't have two pilots. But whether it be they have the skills to actually maybe just successfully land the plane, but obviously like a fighter pilot, you kind of gotta be cool about it. You gotta be cool about it. Someone who can kind of handle the pressure. But so who on the Carroll College Saints basketball team is going to land the plane?
Well, Maddie, she got her wings on our first flight. She actually, I think she might have convinced some people that she was part of the flight crew at some point. So I think Maddie would confidently think she could land the plane. I do think she would need maybe some strategical help. We do have some nurses and potential doctors on the team, so they could take care of the pilot and hopefully get him or her revived to land the plane. But, you know, Claire's an engineer. She might be helpful. Erica, she's really smart. She's good with numbers. She might be able to map out the destination. But I think maybe Willa, she's pretty calm and cool under pressure. If she's not trying to revive the pilot, I think she'd be able to help Maddie. Gosh, you know, we've got a lot of players that have been in some intense situations, some clutch situations that are pretty cool and calm under pressure. So, you know, I would say a handful of them probably would assist. Yeah, I think Maddie would definitely jump into the driver's seat, and she would be fully confident that she could do it, and maybe with some assistance from some of her other teammates. We could probably get that plane landed. I think we'd be all right.
Let's say there's a zombie apocalypse. Maybe comes here to Helena, wherever, and you get to pick some of your teammates out there. Maybe some coaches. Depends. I mean, Jamie didn't want Coach Sayers on the raft with her, so
yeah.
But so zombie apocalypse. Who on the Saints do you want around you in that?
Gosh, probably nobody too fast, because then I would be the slowest person if they were fast. If Sienna was still on the team, I would say Sienna, because our freshman year had a really poor habit of skipping class and playing Call of Duty Zombies, and we got pretty good. So if Sienna was still around, she's still in Helena, so I'd probably find her first. I think Jamie and I could do some damage. Other than Erica, yeah. Okay. Erica could probably find a vaccine or something like that. Coach Sayers, no. She would, I don't know. No.
No,
Maybe JD.
Maybe JD.
JD could
Okay.
like see from the horizon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great. Bring some alums in. I like to hear that.
Yeah, definitely Sienna though. We were quite the team in Call of Duty. So.
Let's say you're on a long bus ride. You're on a long bus ride, and someone's gonna play music the entire time on your team. Like they get the aux the whole time.
Well, Izzy does most of the aux at practice. It's pretty good. Izzy has a good playlist. I don't mind it. Maddie Garrett's would 100% play Taylor Swift the whole time, so we would have to limit the amount of time she was on there. Izzy also would play a lot of Taylor Swift. Kendall, we might be tuned into the Haver News radio station, and we get to listen to the news. She's a big fan of listening to the news on the radio. I think Addie would have a good playlist. I think she'd play a lot of country. That would be pretty good. Jamie, I'm not sure. I think Jamie would have quite a variety of songs. I'm not sure about hers. I think I would go with Izzy until Taylor Swift became too dominating. Then I'd probably go with Addie's playlist.
Well, like a true basketball coach, you have a rotation of the music, so I like that. That's a great answer. But moving into the third point, let's say you're going to go on a big vacation and maybe Home Alone style, you accidentally forget your kids, accidentally. Who are some you got to call some players on your team and be like, hey, can you maybe babysit my children for a while? Maybe watch over mine. They're a little older for babysitting now, but I guess who on the team would you want to babysit your kids?
Well, I would probably call on our younger players, our freshmen for sure, probably Alex and Ellie. They might still be a little scared of me, so I think that they would make sure they really watched over them, didn't let them get away with too much. I think our older players, I think Maddie would probably be up playing Fortnite with them all night, and I think Jamie and Kendall, they'd probably let them do whatever they wanted. Addie and Izzy, they might put the hammer down, but I think Taylor could talk them into anything. So I think I'd go with our freshmen on this one. I think maybe the fear that if something happens, if the kids get out of hand, that they'd have to suffer the consequences. I think I would go with Alex and Ellie on this one.
So let's say you guys are on the bus, you're driving somewhere, and there's a flat tire. There's a flat tire on the bus. You get off the bus, you're like, oh, this isn't good. Who on the Saints, maybe which players do you think could come out and help change the tire?
Change the tire.
Change the tire.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to go with Ellie Denny again. She works on the farm. She's driving combines, and I think she could change a tire. I think Maddie Garris could change a tire, or she would fake it enough that I believe she could change the tire. Erica Nessen, I think she could change a tire. I think I'd grab those three. I think those are the three that, and Isabel Erickson, I think she could probably change a tire. Those are probably my top gets of changing the tire.
But let's say you end up on a boat that's cast away, or like adrift in the middle of the ocean, like you're like maybe the Life of Pi, but no animals. Who are some members of the Saints, maybe on the players or coaching staff too, that you'd want with you, whether it be for survival reasons on the boat or also maybe just companionship?
Ooh, that's good. Okay, that's a good question. First, I think JD, just because I feel like he's really resourceful, really witty. He could help us out in a lot of areas. Who else would I want? Kendall, just for entertainment. I mean, she would make things really lighthearted and really fun. Maddie, obviously, just because we're cracking jokes all the time. I feel like she has some good survival skills. I don't know, that's a really good question. Erica, obviously, she's really smart, so I feel like she could help us figure some things out. I don't know if I'd bring Coach. She'd probably stress me out.